Welcome to the Get Wisdom podcast. For you folks looking for maybe a new way to do life, or trying to figure out how to get unstuck, maybe in any area of life, or maybe you just need a new perspective on your current situation. Well, we can help you with all of those things. Check us out at www.getwisdom.cc. I'm Miranda.
And I'm Jay, and today we're going to be taking you through a really interesting white paper by Brent Zeman.
Yeah, it's called Discovering Your Intention, the Journey from Need to Greatness. Our goal really is just to provide you with some actionable insights you can use right away.
Let's get into it.
Okay, so this paper, it's positioned as a practical guide, right, for creators, leaders, builders, basically anyone who, as it says, refuses to coast.
Yeah, and it jumps right in with this TLDR, the too long, didn't read. It says, you start by meeting your needs, you drift into chasing status, and if you're paying attention, you graduate into serving others. Do that long enough, and your intention stops hiding.
Wow. That's quite a journey laid out right there. It's not just philosophy, is it? It's presented more like an operating system.
Exactly, an operating system for life, for business.
Right.
And the executive summary hits hard. Design a nurturing environment, meet your real needs, ditch the status theater.
Status theater, I like that.
Right. Then serve for real, and boom, your intention shows up in the work.
And it has that line, you don't find yourself, you author yourself by the choices you repeat. I find that really empowering.
It is. It shifts the focus from passive searching to active building. This framework is essentially the guide for how you author yourself through those choices.
Okay, so let's talk about that building process. The paper uses this great metaphor, the seed of greatness and the soil it needs. What's that really about for someone listening?
Well, the seed, if the paper defines it, is your innate creative potential, that unique way you contribute. It's already in you.
Okay, so we all have this seed.
Pretty much, yeah. But the key is the soil. That's the system around you that actually makes growth happen reliably. It needs specific things. Clear constraints, so you're focused. Demanding problems, so you stretch. Candid feedback.
That tough stuff.
Yeah, the stuff that helps you course correct. And, really important, recovery cycles. You can't just grind forever.
Makes sense. And there was more to it, right? Sun and water.
Right. That's about your network. Peers who are playing at your level, pushing you. Mentors who tell you the truth, not just what you want to hear. And rhythms, like structures in your day or week that protect that deep work time.
So it all comes down to the environment.
Absolutely. The core principle is environments beat willpower. Build a garden, not a gladiator pit. Stop trying to just tough it out. Build a system that supports you.
Environments beat willpower. I need to write that down. So for someone feeling stuck, maybe looking for that new perspective we mentioned, this suggests looking at their environment first.
Exactly. It reframes stuckness. Maybe it's not a personal failing. Maybe your environment just isn't set up for growth. You need to consciously design that garden for your seed to actually sprout.
Okay, so how do we start designing this garden? The paper breaks down that journey. Need, status, service, intention. Let's start with need. How does it approach this practically?
It gets really concrete here, moving beyond just, Maslow. It gives actual baselines to stabilize the base financially. 6 months operating cash for life and business. And automate it if you can, take the stress off.
6 months, okay, that's a clear target.
Yeah, then time. 15 hours a week, minimum, of protected deep work, non-negotiable, plus actual recovery time scheduled in.
15 hours of deep work, that takes discipline.
It does, but it's foundational. And relationally, find at least 2 people who can call you out, who can correct you without, the relationship blowing up. Real feedback.
Truth tellers.
Exactly. The goal is to meet these core needs to quiet the mental noise. Less noise means you can actually hear the signal, the hints of your deeper intention.
Right. Hard to think big picture when you're worried about next month's rent or constantly distracted. Okay, so base stabilized. What's next? Status. The paper calls it spiritual junk food. That's blunt.
It is. But it also says status can be useful, which is interesting.
How so? Useful junk food.
Well, gives you market feedback, right? Like, are you actually useful? To who? How big is your impact? That's good info.
Okay, I see. Data points.
Data points. But chasing it just for the ego boost, the title, the likes, that's the junk food. It gives you a quick high, then a crash. The paper calls it training wheels, temporary and noisy. Use it to learn, then move on.
So how do you know when you're just chasing the junk food?
It gives this great little rule, the micro rule. If a decision feels like it's 60% about how it looks, the optics, and only 40% about actual value creation.
Right. 60-40 optics versus value. That's a sharp filter. Ouch. Probably need to apply that one myself.
We all probably could. It cuts through a lot of the noise.
Okay, so We manage our needs, we see status for what it is, then we get to service. This feels like the real pivot point, moving from get to give or build.
Definitely the turning point. And the benefits described are huge. Fulfillment goes up, anxiety tends to drop, and this is where real compounding kicks in.
Compounding, explain that a bit more.
Well, serving others, genuinely trying to solve their problems, it forces you to get really clear. It exposes your own entitlement sometimes, builds humility. You have to ask, who actually suffers if I stop doing this? That focuses you.
That's a powerful question.
Isn't it? And as you consistently serve, you build trust. Trust builds leverage. People listen, they connect you, they buy from you. And that leverage compounds your results over time. It's a virtuous cycle.
Okay, needs, status, service. Now the big one, intention. After all this work, how does it finally show up? Is it like a lightning bolt?
Less lightning bolt, more like noticing a pattern, apparently. The paper says your intention isn't some riddle you solve. It's something you notice in the doing.
In the doing.
Yeah. Pay attention to the work that pulls you back, even when it's hard. The stuff that makes you feel alive after you do it, not just during, that's the signal.
So it's less about finding a mission statement and more about observing your own energy and impact.
Exactly. Observing what consistently energizes you, where you uniquely help others. And there's this great quote, a tell it like it is barometer. If it doesn't cause you courage, it won't pay you meaning.
Oof. Okay. Meaning requires courage. That resonates.
Yeah. It suggests the path isn't always easy, but the meaningful stuff often requires that bit of bravery.
This is really practical. The paper promises an operating system, and it seems to deliver with actual frameworks. Can you walk us through those?
Yeah, there are three main ones. First is the weekly operating review, the WAHIRR. Super simple, quick check-in, 3 parts, 15 minutes, reality check. What actually created real value this week versus what was just theater, be honest.
Theater, like status-chasing stuff?
Exactly. Then 10 minutes, resource check. Cash, calendar, capacity, rate them green, yellow, or red. Quick snapshot. And finally, 10 minutes, service check. Who is genuinely better off because you showed up this week? And how do you know? Not just guessing.
Wow, that's concise, but covers a lot, keeps you honest. What's the second framework?
The environment audit. This goes right back to environments beat willpower.
Right, building the garden. How do we audit it?
You score your environment, like 1 to 5, on 4 key things. Your focus zones, do you actually have them? Feedback loops, are they quick and useful? Challenge gradient, are you stretched but not snapped? And recovery, are you getting enough sleep, downtime?
And then you fix the lowest score first.
Yep. Pick the weakest link and work on improving that part of your garden first. Incremental improvements to your system.
Smart. Okay, and the third framework?
That's a set of intention discovery questions. Really good for journaling or maybe talking through with a mentor. Things like, which tasks make time just disappear but leave you feeling more alive afterwards?
Flow states.
Kind of, yeah. Also, where do people keep asking you for help? Specifically, what are you uniquely good at in others' eyes? And this one's great. What problem would you still work on even if the market disappeared for a year? What matters beyond the money?
That cuts deep.
It does. And finally, what are you avoiding right now that, if you actually did it, would raise your ceiling this quarter? Tackling the scary stuff.
These are fantastic questions. Really makes you think.
They're designed to pull out those underlying patterns, those signals of your intention.
Okay, this is incredibly actionable. It even lays out a 12-week plan, a transformation sprint. That's intense.
It is, but it's designed to be a focused push. The goal is to move from that survival noise just reacting to having a clear service thesis with actual metrics.
Service thesis, like defining who you serve and how.
Exactly. So weeks 1 to 2 are pure stabilized need. Automate expenses, set up that money meeting, track your runway, protect those deep work hours.
Get the foundations solid.
Right. Weeks 3 through 4. Strip status theater. Actively cancel or decline things you only did for show. Track the hours you get back. Feel the stress reduce.
Decluttering the calendar and ego. Nice.
And the core part. Weeks 5-8 is service thesis V1.0. The rule is ship one small useful thing every week. A template, a checklist, a short video, whatever.
Just get something out there consistently.
Yep. Track who you help. Look for positive feedback. See if people come back. Then weeks 9-12. Intentional scale. Take what worked in the previous weeks and package it into something repeatable. An offer, a system.
So you build, test, refine, then scale.
Precisely. It's a very practical loop.
And you mentioned metrics, but not just revenue, right? The paper talks about metrics that matter.
Yes, this is key. It warns, if your dashboard is only revenue, you'll steer by a taillight. You need leading indicators of health and impact.
Like what?
It suggests 4. Value velocity, how many people are you measurably helping each week? Courage rate, how many scary but important actions did you take?
Oh, I like courage, right?
Me too. And then recovery integrity, basically. Did you get enough sleep? Like 7+ hours a night. Simple but vital. And compounding score, what percentage of your work this week sets you up for future success?
That's a much richer picture than just the bank balance. Focuses on sustainable growth and well-being, too.
Exactly. It aligns your metrics with the actual journey. Your recovery, status, courage to ignore it, service, value velocity, intention, compounding.
Okay, even with this great plan, things go wrong. The paper mentions pitfalls and antidotes. What are some common traps?
Yeah, it's refreshingly realistic. One pitfall is performing generosity but secretly resenting it. We've all been there.
Yeah, definitely.
The antidote. Cap your giving based on your actual capacity. Say yes only where you're uniquely effective, not just because you feel obligated.
Boundaries. Okay, what else?
Another one. Calling confusion mystery just to avoid making a hard decision.
Procrastination disguised as contemplation.
Totally. The antidote. Set a firm 72-hour deadline for the decision with clear criteria. Force the choice.
Brutal. Effective, though.
And a classic for creators. Chasing 10 different ideas so you never have to finish one.
Shiny object syndrome.
Exactly. The antidote. The one ship week rule we talked about in the sprint, just publish something useful every 7 days. It forces completion.
These antidotes are very direct. No messing around.
That's the style of the paper. Very action-oriented.
To really bring this home for you listening, the paper includes a case study, right? A vignette.
Yeah, a composite case, but it illustrates the journey well. It describes a founder initially stressed about money that's the need stage. So they work on building their financial runway, carving out deep work time. Then they tackle status by cutting out time-wasting prestige committees.
Freeing up energy.
Loads of it, which lets them start weekly office hours moving firmly into service. By consistently doing that, they notice a recurring problem. Creators struggle to turn their ideas into actual products or offers.
The pattern emerges from the service.
Exactly. So based on that pattern, the founder builds a playbook and a course called From Insight to Offer. And that becomes their discovered intention, helping people bridge that specific gap.
That's a great illustration. Need to status to service, and the intention reveals itself through the service.
Precisely how the model works.
So for you listening, think about your own seed of greatness. Where are you on this journey? What's one step you could take based on all this?
And the paper gives you that starting point with an implementation checklist. Super practical things to do now. Like literally go block out 3 90-minute deep work sessions in your calendar for next week. Set up a recurring weekly money meeting.
Small, concrete actions.
Yes. List 2 commitments that are mostly status and figure out how to kill them this week. Define a mini-service thesis. Who can you help with what small thing this week?
Ship something small.
Ship something small. Maybe even start a public ship log.
Yeah.
Just a simple blog post or thread saying, here's what I build ship this week. Accountability. And do that monthly environment audit, fix the weakest link.
It's all about building the system, taking small steps consistently.
That's the core message. And the paper ends with this powerful thought. It's worth repeating. You don't need another slogan on a coffee mug. You need a system that makes growth likely and posturing expensive. Stabilize needs, retire status theater, serve like you mean it, and your intention will stop playing hard to get.
Wow.
And this is, if you're looking for permission, you don't need it. Go build.
Goosebumps. Okay, that really does wrap up our look into Brent Zeman's Discovering Your Intention white paper. We really hope these insights help you on your own journey, whether it's about growth, finding meaning, or just getting unstuck.
Yeah, lots to chew on there. And if you want to dig deeper or connect directly with Brent Zeman, you can reach him at 972-301-2878, or you can email him at getwisdomprinciple@gmail.com.
And please do check out our sponsors for today. You can find them at www.getwisdom.cc sponsors. They help make these conversations possible.
Thank you so much for listening today.
We really appreciate you tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow right here on the Get Wisdom podcast.